Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about content writing for beginners. If you've been searching for a skill on how you can make money and earn online, then you're in the right place. I'm Damilola Amoshika and I create videos like this to help people work from the comfort of their homes or anywhere else in the world. So please click on the like button and subscribe so that you'll be notified when I create videos like this, and it will also help other people to find me. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. All right, welcome. My name is Damilola Moshika. If you don't already know me, I'm a virtual assistant, a work from home expert. I help freelancers, online service providers, start their business, as well as business owners who want to promote their brands online. And today we'll be talking about content writing for beginners. There are a lot of services that you can offer as a freelancer or as a virtual assistant. But today we will be talking about content writing. Content writing is one of them and a great service to offer as a virtual assistant. So let's just get right into it. Our focus for today will be, of course, the definition of content writing, what content writing is all about. Types of content writing, elements of a great content, simple content writing process, and then free tools that you can use to help you as a content writer. Okay, I have a little bit of experience with content writing. I've used it over the years as a virtual assistant, as a freelancer, and as an online service provider, preferring writing services for my clients. And I'll be sharing a little bit of my experience with you and how it has helped me, how you can learn from that as well. Okay, so why content writing? Why not web design? Why not social media manager? Why not the others? Why content writing? Content writing is very flexible. One, you can work from anywhere. Right now, I'm at home. I work from home. I can offer my content writing services or my writing services to clients even in the US, in Europe, in Canada, wherever the case may be. It's very flexible. You can work from your home, you can go to a coffee shop, you can go work from anywhere. You can be on vacation, the best, right? And be writing. So yeah, that's what it is. You can make money from that. So you can charge per word. There are different ways that you can charge as a content writer. You can decide to charge per word, say $5 or maybe 100 naira if you're in Nigeria, or however the case may be. You can charge per project depending on what works for you. So it's an easy way to make money, okay, working online, and it's great for beginners. This is why content writing is one of the go-to to a lot of freelancers and virtual assistants when they are starting out. It's very, very great for beginners while you already have the skill of use of English, because most of us have that trainings from our primary school, secondary school, university. We all went to school and we wrote exams in English. We know how to use English. We know how to write. We know how to reason and think. So it's a very good starting point for virtual assistants. It's a very good entry service that virtual assistants can offer. And let me just quickly share with us current research. So I did a little bit of research, and reading through, we discovered that we have over 600 million blogs. So there are a lot of blogs out there, and these people are looking for who is going to write those blogs for them. These CEOs, these small business owners, these businesses don't have time writing their blogs. They need somebody to understand their brand. They need somebody to write for them. They need somebody to write their captions. There are over 1.2 billion IG accounts, and I'm not listening. IG alone, over 1.2 billion accounts on IG alone. We haven't, talked about LinkedIn, we haven't talked about TikTok, we haven't talked about Facebook, we haven't talked about YouTube. Do you see that content writers are actually in high demand? Because a lot of people are now exposed to the internet. People want to get seen, people want to get known. Once their brand to get known, people are looking for who can write for them, write their captions on a day-to-day. People are posting twice per day, one per day, 4 times a week, whatever the case may be. And they usually don't have time to do these things because they are producing whatever their product is for their businesses. They are, doing their day-to-day runnings of their business, and they are in dire need of content writers. I hope you guys can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay, so instead of just saying, oh no, I just want to do only emails, I just want to do only administrative tasks, I just want to do only sorting out travel tickets and all of them, why not add content writing to your gig? Because we're in dire need of content writers, right? So what's content writing? Let me move myself a little bit here. Yeah. What's content writing? Is the process of passing across information. It's just information, just telling people about something, whatever that thing is, to promote a particular goal, whatever that thing is. Do you want people to know that the sun is yellow? Everything you're going to be writing about is that the sun is yellow, the shape is this, the that is that. Just passing across information. That is basically what content writing is. As simple as that. No rocket science, no nothing. So could it be about a brand? You're telling them, okay, maybe it's a soap and beauty brand. Oh, this soap is organic, is whatever you're passing across for a particular goal, for a particular purpose. Okay, you're passing across. That is as simple as that, what content writing is. Okay. And now, so we hear so many times the words used, content writing, copywriting, and we are wondering what's the difference between it. Some people say I'm a copywriter, some people say I'm a content writer. What's actually the difference between them? There's a big difference. I mean, there are similarities between content writers and copywriters, and the word sometimes is being used interchangeably. Right? There's some similarities, but I'll point out the difference to you right now. Although they are closely related, content writing is done for the purpose of sharing information, solely for the purpose of sharing information, right? Like I earlier said. And then when it comes to copywriters are I'm looking for a word. I want to call them online sales experts in writing, because their focus and their goal is just to sell a particular product or service. Okay, so whatever they are doing, they always have a call to action at the end of their write-up. Click on this button, go to this page, come on this. There's always a call to, they always want you to do something. So when you land on a landing page or a sales page that is promoting a particular service or course or ebook or whatever it is, or product, they always want you to buy. They always write with the goal of, I want this person reading this to buy. So that's the major difference between a content writer and a copywriter. A content writer is just sharing information, whereas a copywriter wants to sell to you. Now, example of, sorry, just give me 1 minute. Okay, hopefully that's out of the way and you can still see me. Example of content writing. So we have blog posts. I've talked about over 6 billion blogs on the internet right now. We have blog posts, we have social media captions, we have ebooks, we have white paper. What I mean by white paper is basically educational educational papers. Okay, so either products, I said products, sorry, either projects or theses, or something that has to do with your textbooks, but online, purely majorly educational papers. And then we have web and SEO writing. Web and SEO writing just simply means the content that you find on your website, it was written by someone. So that's also done by a content writer. So there are various other content writing examples of content that was written by content, but for the purpose of this training, let me leave it at this. So what are the elements of a great content? And let me just dwell here for just a little bit so that we can put some context to it. Okay, let's build on it a little bit. We know what content writing is, right? We know the different types of content writing. We know that content writers are in high demand. People are looking for who can write excellently for them, who can speak English. I can speak, and that means I can write, right? We know all these things. So what's the element? We know that, okay, there's over 600 million blogs. So what is going to make yours stand out from the rest? What's going to make your own caption stand out from the rest? That's what we want to talk about right now. And I have here empathy and personalized writing. Now the way I write, and there are several ways to this. After watching this training, I'll advise you to even read more. Do some more research. If you know that, okay, this is a path that you really want to tread, do some more research and build up on this, what you're learning right now. Okay. And what I simply mean by personalized writing is writing as if you are talking to me, for example. You watching this video right now, as if you're talking to me. I'm talking to you. I'm talking as if I'm talking to one person. So if you're writing, you should write as if you're talking to one person. So for example, I can say, agege bread is really, that's a type of bread in Nigeria, if you don't know. It's really very soft and we all like it. I think we should have, or do you guys want to have something like that for breakfast? No. I can say, oh, I had agege bread this morning. How about you? Would you like to have agege bread this morning? Do you think it's feeling for you? Do you see that I'm talking to one person, but whoever is reading that automatically thinks I'm talking to them. So you personalize your writing as if you're writing to one person. You make it engaging. That's one of the first points that I have here. You make it engaging. So going back to the example that I just gave, I said, do you think you like agege bread? If I were reading that, I would stop and probably think, well, or nod my head and say, oh, yes, I like agege bread. Or shake my head and say, oh, nah, agege bread is not for me. Do you see that? That content is quite engaging because you are taxing the mind of your reader. It's like you are interacting with them one-on-one, in person, through your content, through your write-up. All right? You make it engaging. Ask questions, put a pause, even as you format it. But before I go to format, let's talk about being authentic. There are so many people out there. Everyone cannot be like everyone. Everyone is looking for you. Be you. Write like you. Talk like you. Do business like you. Let's feel your own flavor on the internet because every other person is taken. If you have real examples, please go ahead. By all means, go ahead and share. Oh, this is what I saw today while I was in Lagos traffic. Lagos is a place in Nigeria. If you don't know, while I was in Lagos traffic, you are bringing out a story. That's why they say storytelling is king. You are bringing out a story to pass across an information to your readers, to your audience, to your target audience. Okay? So in the bit of, oh, what happened to her or him in Lagos traffic, you are going to tell me something and pass across an information. That's being authentic. I can immediately relate with you that, oh, so something like this happened to this person, and as a result of that, this is what he or she gained from it. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, and then give research based, please. I know most times some of us like to write from head knowledge is good, is a good place to start, but going beyond head knowledge is paramount, that we do a lot of research when it comes to writing professionally, especially when we're doing it for clients. It's paramount to um okay, I have to rush, don't have so much time. It's paramount to have a good amount of research to back whatever you're writing. And let me go to formatting. So when it comes to formatting, I put text there. Text, make sure that your text is legible. Everybody, you can all read these elements of a great content because it's legible, right? The font is not something that is a little bit scribbled and you're just struggling or squeezing your eyes to really see what I'm writing. Make sure it's legible, make sure the size is great, that people can see it without struggling to read what you have written. Make sure you come up with, come up with catchy headlines, catchy head titles, catchy top titles, subtitles. So for example, you have chosen a topic. If you want to start writing, you choose a topic, and I say, okay, I want to write about Nigeria. I further niche down. Okay, what about Nigeria do I want to talk about? Okay, I want to talk about the Niger Delta. Where about the Niger Delta do I want to talk about? Maybe I want to talk about the Warri people. What about the Warri people do I want to talk about? I want to talk about their food. Okay, let me pick their most popular food, starch and banga. Do I want to say, would I put my head title as the most popular food in the Niger Delta, starch and banga? Who is going to read that? That title is not catchy enough. But if I put breaking news or something, I'm just giving an example, how starch and banga made a woman deliver in 2 minutes. Who is not going to read that? Starch and banga made somebody deliver in 2 minutes without stress. People are going to read that, and I put my subtitle without stress or something like that. You see, that is catchy. That's going to stop the reader. People are scrolling on their phones like crazy, and you have just 3 seconds to attract and captivate your reader to make them stop. Okay? So if you are just giving something mundane, people are not interested in that. People are interested in reading what is catchy, what is interesting, what's going to catch their attention. And visuals also goes along with it. Now, visuals could come in the graphics that comes along with it, but because we are talking about content writing, it has to do with the way you even format your paragraphs, your lines. So right now, if I had this page, if I had everything mumbled together, you probably wouldn't see it. You just be one, you think everything is just together. But if you are giving good paragraphs, maybe writing 3-4 lines and then going to another paragraph like that. I learned this thing on the job, working for a client who was a UK client, and she just kept shouting, formatting, Damilola, formatting. I'm like, what the heck? What is formatting? I had to quickly go and do some research that when it comes to writing, what is formatting? And she didn't like long paragraphs that you're reading 8, 9, 10 lines all together. You get tired of reading it. And it's different for everybody. Some people like to read like that. Some people don't. Some people like to write with emojis. Make your pages, your write-up interesting. Okay, that I read and I see lol, or I see smiley face, whatever it is, and whatever platform you are working with, or whatever brand you are working with, you should have in mind that their brand voice, the way they like to speak, the way they like to write, and all these things will come into play when you are formatting your write-up. Okay, so formatting is very important. Though it may seem very simple, most of these things seem so simple, but they are really, really, really very important. Now to the this thing, let me just share my process of writing. Okay, you might know that, okay, we have said what content writing is. We have talked about types of content writing. We have known why we should actually be considering going into content writing as a virtual assistant or as a freelancer, and then you are just wondering, so how do I start? The practical steps. How do I start now? I want to become a content writer. How do I start? Number one, my process is you start with a goal in mind. So, what problem do you want to solve? Say, for example, you're working with a client, they probably will give you their topic. You already know what brand they are or what it is they are into. You already have all those ideas because you've gone through your onboarding process and all of that. Okay, so what problems do they want to solve? Say you are working with a client and it's not you. If it's you, you can just pick a particular topic in your niche, or you already have at the back of your mind what issues you want to address. Okay, so that's what you're thinking about, or this is what you're discussing with your client. Okay, so what in our write-up, what problems do we want to solve? What's our target audience? Who are we speaking to? What demographic are we speaking to? Are we talking to the elderly? Are we talking to the Gen Z? What age bracket are they in? What location are they in? What platform are they in? Do they like to read blogs, newspapers? Are they on TikTok? All these things you really, really need to consider. Okay, when you are crafting out the goal for this your caption. I've talked about choosing a topic. Okay, either you do it with your clients. Sometimes clients will give you, sometimes you have to come up with some topic ideas for them and present to them, and defend this and say, okay, this is what I think based on a little bit of research that I've done on your brand. These are topics I think that are trending right now and help your target audience. How do you want your audience to feel? People, your readers, people who read and interact with your content, how do you want them to feel after they are done reading your content? Do you want them to feel happy? Oh, do you want them to feel like oh, this was very insightful, that they have gained knowledge? Do you want them to feel like they are sad? Oh, like are you sharing sad bad news? How do you want them to feel? You should think about all of this when you are crafting out what you want to write, when you're thinking about what you want to write. Okay, and the next phase I usually go to is research. Okay, so I have a topic, I don't know everything about everything, and general knowledge is good. You should be read wide, try and read, listen to videos, look at blogs, vlogs, have a good general knowledge. That's even what's going to help you stand out a little bit more as a content writer, because and of course in your niche. So if your niche is in fashion, you should know almost everything that has to do with fashion. You should have like a general idea of it. Okay, even if it's not politics, I know little, I know the basics of politics, but I am not a politician, so I don't know in depth. Okay, so you should have like general knowledge of everything. But when you are now, doing this as a job professionally and you're writing, you should then go all out to research, please. So read white papers, find out what professors have written on it, what PhD holders, find out everything. Google is our friend. Just go and read case studies, look at trending social media, just whatever the topic is. If it's highway skirts, say for example is fashion, go on the Ninja Bella, everything, follow the top fashion brands or bloggers or vloggers or social media handles, right, on that same topic. You will do a lot of steps. Sometimes it might take you a week. For some people that mastered it more, it might take them 2 days just researching on a particular topic. For example, if you're writing a vlog or a blog that is about, say, 1,000 words or 5,000 words, you're doing a lot of research on it, and you are charging well for it, because you're spending your time, you're spending your internet, your data searching for these things. Okay, use Google Forms. So if you have a good following, like a platform that you've already built, if you like, so for example, if you have 1,000 followers and more, you can decide to create a little bit of Google form and ask questions. If something related to the brand you're working with or whatever it is you're working with. I've done this in time past. The brand I was working with was about to launch a product, all right, a particular product service, and we had to ask to make sure that the market was even ready for what where this was going to at the time. So we just, and sent out to people. Not everybody responded, but the responses we got, at least we're able to know, okay, the next line of action for the brand. So you can do that as well. You can have look at what your competitors are doing. So have like a competitors review type strategy where you look at top brands, look at their likes, look at their comments. You would be surprised, or you'll find in the comment section of some big brand that is in the same niche that you're trying to write for, right? So take a look at all of these things. Look at, even if you have a large following too, looking at the analytics will help you, because you will see how many people have read this, how many people have have been in this trend for a while. Okay, so research. You can't get to 4 without doing research. You won't write. You won't do a proper job, right? So after you have done due diligence in number 2, which is research, then you can write. Allow your creativity to just shine through. Open your Google Docs. If you are old school and you like pen to paper, whatever it is, just write. Forget about editing, forget about typos, forget about grammatical errors. Just write. Make sure you pour out everything that you have on your heart. Now, let me just point out, I've had a lot of people, especially some of my interns training under me, and we've said, okay, help us do like an email, or write this blog, or write this caption. And for one particular person, that it was filled with plagiarism. And what I mean by this, it was just copy and paste from another blog. You will be penalized for it, because Google is not even this thing. You can't take somebody's work and sweat and now go and repost it online. Google, your caption is even going to rank 1. If your client finds out that, okay, this, because there are tools that we can use, and God help you if your client knows about this and they just impute your write-up on a particular site, and they see that, okay, the first place that this shows is somewhere else. Okay, so this is not a copy. That's why this writing process is very, very necessary. That's why it's very necessary. Please don't copy and paste. Even if it's from, some people do like copy and paste from 5 different blogs. So they take paragraph from 1 from here, put it, paragraph 5 from another blog, put it. No, I mean, I know there is no new content under the air. There's no new thing under the sun. What you want to write, somebody has written about it before. That's why it's good for you to go and read what people have write, have like the basic knowledge of it, and then pass the information across in your own way. Now, a lot of people have done trainings on content writing before, right? Somebody can even say, okay, I want to do a training on content writing, and let me just go and use Damilola's slides. They can come and take my slides, but nobody can talk like me. Nobody can give the examples, because these are personal experiences to me. Nobody can, pass this information like I would. So it's you just passing. So when you're writing out your draft, you're not doing copy and paste from somewhere. You have read this. This is what you have gained. You can, take a quote or two and reference to where you got the quote from. Always give reference, because plagiarism is no joke. It's no joke. Give reference. So this is where I got it from. Where that person got it from is not your own, but you have made reference to that. Okay? I just wanted to, pick that out, that plagiarism is a big issue right now. Okay? Build your outline properly. Start with an intro. Don't just drop charcoal is black. No, start, with, when I talked about making it engaging, you start with pleasantries, a little bit of introduction, go to your body. of the main thing of what you're talking about, get to an outro, and then exchange pleasantries, and then you are done. That's what is um 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 the draft is all about. Okay, and number 4 is then your edit phase. That's where your formatting comes in. That's where you check for your typos, you arrange, just like I talked about in formatting. I won't dwell on that again. Your final stage before you publish. This is your final stage before you publish. You ensure that everything is properly formatted and proofread. If you can't proofread, I don't even suggest that you proofread alone. Proofread, mind my this thing. Proofread, give to somebody else to proofread before you even submit to your client. When I worked with that client, she would tell me that, Damilola, when you finish doing your draft, read it, okay? Read it a second time, leave it, go to bed, do something else, and come back the following day and read it again before you submit to me, so that I don't see any errors. And to be very honest, during this edit phase, I see so many things that, I can really, even myself and my team, we can rephrase this a little bit better. So it's not because okay, the OBM that I just read and no, I show it to my team members. Please, this is what I've written. Come and help me to put a second pair of eyes on it. Read it. And so most times they discover that, we need to rephrase this. There's a little this, that foot stop. Remove it from there. Working, even if you don't have a team right now, because I have a team right now. If you don't have a team, read through again. You have a sister, a friend, you can give them to read. Read it again, leave it for a while, come back when your brain is refreshed, you read it again and make sure that it's good before you submit to your client, and then before you finally publish. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about free tools, and this is where the practical aspect of it comes in. Grammarly, Google, Answer the Public, Brainy Quotes. There are a whole lot of other tools, but for this training, this is like basic for you to start with. Let's start with this 4. Okay, there's Jasper, there's Hyperwrite, there's EssayBot. There are a whole lot of other things for people who maybe think that, I just want AI to write for me. I'm not really interested. But starting out, this is what you need something to give you a light bulb. Like, okay, so what topics do I even talk about? You can go to Answer the Public. What quotes? I'm looking for quotes. You can go to, and let me just, clock out from this so that we can just go through the practical aspects on this, for how you can use it, how I use it, that can help you, as we go along. Okay, so let's start from Grammarly. Grammarly is very good. Okay, Grammarly is very, very good. What you need to do is go to grammarly.com. This is grammarly.com. Okay, go to grammarly.com. This is their homepage. You sign up for it. This is an account that I have signed up for. This is the app. Let's go to grammarly.com. Okay, you can go to Grammarly for Chrome and install it in your Chrome browser. That is what I advise you to do. Install it in your Chrome browser, and I will teach you what it does in a bit. Okay, so let's just go to Google Docs, and let me just type that Damilola is a girl. Grammarly is supposed to, you will see something that is turning. This is my Grammarly. She is, let's spell something wrongly. Let's say we're trying to spell black. Okay, I'm waiting for my Grammarly to kick in so that you can see how it works. It helps you with this. Do you see the red line that it has underlined there? So once you have Grammarly installed in your browser, whenever you type something that is, the typo is not correct or something, it will suggest, do you see, when I highlight on it, it gives me the correct spelling black. So it helps you with your spelling, it helps you with your browser. They have the free plan, which I'm on, and they have the paid plan. If you know that you want to go into content writing full time, you want to stand out, I would suggest that you go for the Grammarly Pro, so that you have all the suggestions, all the promptings that you need for that. So Grammarly is a great tool. You just come to Grammarly for Chrome's, add it, click on add to your Chrome for free, and then it will give you, it will be installed on your Chrome. Is best for working with a laptop. This is my account. So you see, hey Damilola, it tell you your grammars, to rephrase a sentence, all those things. It really helps, even if it helps and it makes your work faster. So you're not just writing, but it's for you to write fast as well, because clients would like to work with people who write fast as well. Okay, so that's that for grammar. Let's go to Answer the Public. So you just go to answerthepublic.com. Now this helps me when I'm searching for topics to write about, and I don't really know what to write about. What should I, I just come to answerthepublic.com, and let me talk about, what should we talk about? Content writing. Let me type content writing in, and I hit search. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. It was loading and I needed to power my system. Okay, so you come to content writing and you hit search. How to use the search insight for beginners. You might want to use this, insert your email address, and you get emails from them on how to use Answer the Public, but I'm not going to do that because I already know how to use Answer the Public. And it will bring you to a page like this. What we typed about was content writing, right? We have 376 results from content writing. So it's telling you what people have, topics. It has generated topics for you, what people are basically talking about, right? So you see here how content writer works. Okay, so under content writing, I can say how content writer works. I can say what a content writer does. Can content writing make you rich? Wow, see the topic that I brought out there for you. How content writing is important in websites and blogs. Can you see that? I never would have even really thought of that myself. Might have not thought about myself. So it will bring out a whole lot of topics for you. That's great, right? And it's for free. It's total. I've been using it for years, and I've used it for free. So just input any topic. If you want to change, you come back and change. Of course, it is an upgraded pro plan. If you know that you want to do this, you can upgrade, but the free version is good. Okay, I've been using the free version and I've not had any reason to upgrade. And you can download this so that you can use at a later date if you don't want to use it online. Okay, so this is what Answer the Public helps you do, to generate content ideas, to generate topics that you can use. Okay, so let's go to brainy quotes. We talked about brainy quotes as well. Excuse me. And here you just, if you want to talk about something motivational, let's say motivational quotes. Okay, it gives you quotes from different places. Okay, so I've clicked on motivational quotes, and this is what it says: when something is important enough, you don't even you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Elon Musk. Okay. So when I talked about if you want to include a little bit of quotes here and there, you come to brainy quotes. You don't have to rack your head too much for quotes. And you see there are loads and loads. You keep scrolling down, there are loads and loads of quotes, okay, that you can use in any niche that you want to talk about. Okay. And let's go to Google. I talked about HyperWrite, but I'm not going to dwell on this. Hyperwrite can help you, just to summarize it, it can help you write. Let's go back to Google Docs. It can help you write, so you can put in like keywords. And I must say that the what's it called? Answer the Public is a great keyword search tool. Okay, I can just put in keywords and then it will generate content ideas for you. Let's do Google. I feel like Google is really underestimated. You have Google, you have Pinterest. You can is a good search engine as well. You have YouTube is a good search engine as well. Let's see. So what should we talk about? Fashion. My keyword here is fashion. Okay. Now forget about all this. And some of them might be ads, but I come to fashion, not Fashion Nova. Let's see. Fashion trends. Yeah. So if we say we want to talk about fashion, when you have this page on Google, you come down the section that is more important to your search here on Google are the questions people also ask. So Google brings out everything that people are typing, right? What people are asking, what fashion trends are popular? Do you see? Once you click on the drop down button, it gives you more this thing. You go to another question. What fashion trends? What are the 2022 fashion trends? It's going to keep suggesting questions for you. And these are ideas that you can actually write on. All right, people just don't use Google properly. What are the three current fashion trends? Okay, it'll keep as long as I keep pressing it, they'll keep adding more questions because they see that I'm interested in what people are searching. So you already know that, oh, people are searching for this right now. That means people are interested in this. I can write in this aspect or on this niche, in this line, and people would readily read what I have written. What is a fashion trend example? What is the biggest trend right now in 2022? What fashion trends are coming back? How can I find my style? And once I keep clicking and clicking on the list, to just keep going on and on and on and on and on. Okay? This is how you can use Google. Same for YouTube. You go there, you hit on it, you see what people have talked about, you go through the comments and the rest of them. So finally, let me just dwell on Google Docs. No, not Google. And this is one simple neat trick that I use because sometimes I have it in my head, and this helps people who are writing maybe ebooks for themselves, or who don't want to type, who don't want to because typing might it can take a while, right? And you just want to talk for your first draft. Okay, you just want to keep talking about it, and then you know that you have your first draft before you formatting. So you come to Google Docs. This is my Google Docs. You come to Google Docs and you see where you have your file, edit, view, insert, format. You come to tools, and this Google Docs is just great. Google Suits is very great, and it's absolutely free. You see what counts, compare this thing. What you are actually looking for is voice typing. Now, once I hit on this voice, I mean, people have used this to write books in, you'll be surprised. People have finished their books in 2 days, just talking and having people type for them, and having Google type for them. So let's just test this out. I hope it works. Hello, my name is, I'm not typing now. I'm not going to type. So I've clicked on voice type. I'm going to click on this. It will bring out this microphone here. I hope you can see my screen so that you can start speaking. So I will click on it now, and I'm not going, maybe I should put my hands like this. I'm not going to type so that you see that it's talking. Hello, my name is Damilola Amoshuka. Do you see that Google is typing for me? Let me just be talking to you, and you can see that Google is actually typing for me. So I can write an ebook. Amazing. My hands are here. You can see my hands, and Google is typing for me. So this is a very great tool that you can use as a content writer to just make your work very fast. You want to work with clients, you want to turn in your tax on time. Let me just stop this because it's just going to be as and as you can see, let me just turn this off. Okay. I don't know if you can see this very well. I'll try to um just make it a little bit bigger for you. Let me just increase the font. You would see that you see that my Grammarly has kicked in because it's showing me some little errors with a client. Can you see suggesting grammar for me? You'll see that you just come back and change some of the words. It says, "Hello, my name is Damilola. How much sugar?" I didn't say anything about how much sugar. So you need to come back and make the adjust the little errors. But this is a great tool that I discovered that will work for you as a content writer, as a freelancer. You might not want to use it as a content writer. You might want to use it to write captions, whatever it is. This is a great tool that will work for you. Okay, with this, we've come to the end of how to be a content writer. This is a summary of how you can actually be a content writer. Start promoting yourself as a content writer. We've talked about what content writing is, a type of content writing. So you might want to do blogs or maybe social media. You might be creating content for an account, whatever. I would have loved to show you the different types of content writing, good ones, bad ones, but right now we don't have much time and we've overshot our time. So thank you so very, very much. I hope this helped you. If it did, let me hear about the great contents that you are writing. Let me know how you're doing as a virtual assistant.